Hey everybody, Dane here. I just wanted to briefly talk about this concept of believability and saying no. Because it's important. Believability, how our dogs perceive us, is really the end-all be-all to how compliant they are, how respectful they are. Do they listen to us every time, whether it's an obedience command or when we have to say no? So by now we all agree that in order to stop unwanted behaviors, you have to say no. You have to correct it. There has to be some type of consequence. You can't reward it out of them. You can't ignore it. You can't redirect them. You can't use obedience to fix it. You have to say no to the unwanted behavior. Now, if you find yourself saying no multiple times a day for something, even after you correct them, it's really important that we stop and analyze the situation. Instead of nagging, so nagging meaning, hey, cut it out, repeating yourself, what's going on? Why isn't your dog stopping the behavior? Is it making sense, your message, what you're trying to communicate with them? Are you firm enough? Are you using the right tool? Is your timing on point? There are a lot of variables, but again, it's really important that we stop and really take an extra second to figure out, okay, what's going on? Why isn't my dog listening or stopping this behavior? More times than not, again, it's relationship based. Your dog perceives you in a particular way. That's just what it is. You live with them every single day, and there's most likely been a lot of small moments that they've picked up on when you choose not to follow through, or when you underwhelm them or nag them, that type of stuff. So that's barrier one. The next most common issue or barrier is an owner being too soft. So let's take a remote collar, for example. Correcting your dog with a remote collar too late in the process or too low on the remote. Again, I understand it's not fun to have to correct your dog for something, at a high level or firmly. That's not the fun part of dog training, dog ownership, having a dog, but it's the reality. And it's an important moment where our dog is going to tell us, hey, I believe you, message received, that makes sense, I won't do it again, or that thing I keep doing still is very tempting to me. I'm going to keep doing it because you're not relevant enough yet. So in terms of tools, if it means correcting smaller things more firmly, you might have to. If it means dialing up on your remote, you might have to. If it means trying a different tool or a different approach, you might have to. Your dog is always going to tell you what makes sense and what needs further clarification, whether that's obedience, positive reinforcement training, or when it comes time to saying no. So take note, stay mindful of those moments where you find yourself, oh, this is happening again even after I've said no. Stop, think about what's going on, how are you handling the situation, and really try and interpret it from your dog's perspective. Is what you're trying to get across, is your message making sense?